Welcome to the Fundamentals of Pathology. My name is Dr. Sitar, and I am the creator of Pathoma, which pretty much everyone uses, but no one actually paid for. Anyway, Dr. Rappaport asked me if I could put together an overview of ovarian neoplasia. So with that, let's begin. So ovarian tumors can be broken up into three main categories and one sort of extra category that board examiners always love to ask about. But I think it's best to bring you all to the whiteboard so I can explain some fundamental principles. So the ovary is composed of three main types of tissues. So you have the surface epithelium, you have the germ cells, and you have the stroma around them. So germ cells, stroma, surface epithelium. So it's not hard to understand that you can get tumors of all three types of tissues. So if you get a tumor of the surface epithelium, you can get surface epithelial tumors. Tumors of the germ cells, you can get germ cell tumors. If you get tumors of the stroma, you can get sex cord stromal tumors. So I think with that basic framework in mind, we can go back and review what's in your text. So again, like I mentioned, three main types: surface epithelial tumors, sex cord stromal tumors, and germ cell tumors. And again, another thing that we should be aware of is board examiners love to ask about these types of tumors that metastasize to the ovaries. So very high yield guys, Krukenberg tumors and pseudomyxoma peritonei. I can't stress how often these two show up on board exams. Krukenberg tumors typically from diffuse gastric type cancers. And just for review, do you guys remember the key histologic finding that you would see on a Krukenberg tumor? That's right, signet ring cells. Very high yield guys, I can't stress that enough. Let's begin with serous cystadenocarcinoma. So serous, fluid, cyst because it's cystic, adenocarcinoma, adeno being glandular, carcinoma being malignant. So like I said, malignant surface epithelial tumor derived from the surface epithelium. My good friend Rob Klein, he likes to believe that these tumors arise from fallopian tubes, and he's actually probably right, but I think for the purpose of board exams, you should definitely just know that it's from the surface epithelium. So cystadenocarcinoma is the most common malignant ovarian tumor, frequently bilateral and usually seen in postmenopausal women. Clinically, you would see weight loss, classic of any type of cancer, abdominal distension, ascites, this is classic for ovarian cystadenocarcinoma, constipation, abdominal pelvic mass, decreased appetite, and urinary frequency. Pathologically, on gross exam, this would be, you'd pull this out and it would look hemorrhagic, cystic, and solid with serous fluid. Microscopically, you would see complex growth, cytologic atypia, epithelial stratification, invasion, and papillary type of growth pattern, classically papillary. And again, one of the most high yield things, guys, high yield board examiners love to go after this are Samoma bodies, which are concentric calcifications. So here's a classic picture. You have this papillary structure. Cytologic atypia. I mean, look at this. Nuclei are so big. The nucleoli you can see are just absolutely prominent there. I mean, compare the size to maybe that's a lymphocyte. I mean, this whole thing just looks absolutely messy. And so, if I just bring you back to the whiteboard here, just emphasize a key point. So with stratification, if you have a simple cyst, the lining should be, nice and single layered like this. So that would be, benign versus, malignant type of cyst, which you'd see like this stratification, nuclear atypia. This type of stratification can really put you into that malignant category, which is bad. So that's important to keep in mind. So what's the tumor marker that is classically associated with this? CA125, guys. CA125. Board examiners love to go after this type of question. So again, monitoring purposes, it's really useful for monitoring treatment. You look at the levels in the blood and see if it's going down. You can detect if the tumor reoccurs, if this goes back up. But again, main point here to know is that biopsy is used to confirm the diagnosis, not the tumor marker. So I don't have a picture for Samoma body here, but again, there'll be concentric calcifications. And do you guys remember what other types of cancers are associated with Samoma bodies? That's right. Papillary thyroid carcinomas, meningiomas, and mesotheliomas. And that concludes this chapter on ovarian neoplasia. The next chapter will cover testicular cancer.